Everyone make the trip that you were expecting?
Everybody made the trip. Everybody's eligible. Everybody is made it back from curfew. Nobody was on a Greyhound bus.
Okay,
So
that's a
all
win.
present and accounted for.
What stands out to you about Purdy?
Oh, well, I think a couple things. One, um, vision. Um, I think accuracy and competitiveness. Traits. The intangible things. You could have all this. The arm strength in the world. If you're not accurate, doesn't do much for you. And then he's just a real competitive player. So you can see that. He's clearly the leader on the offense.
Matt Campbell said that sometimes Ian Book even looks like he's almost even better when a play breaks down, just through his way of improvise, how well he can improvise. What allows him to be able to see some of those things when a play does break down?
Well, he's got great escapability, sense in the pocket. He feels things. You've seen it many times during the year where he can feel a rusher, even if he doesn't see him, and can't really teach those things. Um, Quick feet, um, elusive, and can throw the ball on the run. Sometimes as you kind of you know develop as a quarterback, when you're not 6'5", you have to be able to do some of these other things. And so, for him to continue to excel and succeed, even as a younger quarterback, these are some of the things that you kind of pick up as you kind of grow.
I think there's an assumption with your staff that Tom Reese is obviously going to get a long look. We ask you a lot less about Lance.
Yeah.
Curious what he's brought in this last month. What do you like about him maybe seizing an opportunity just to do more?
I think, for me, this has been a great opportunity for me to insert myself in the offense on a day-to-day basis that I haven't had, and really do a thorough evaluation of the strengths of my staff. And I've loved the collaboration, guys working together without ego, just trying to put together the best plan possible to defeat a really good football team. And so we've asked Lance to do more on a day-to-day basis as it relates to working with Coach Quinn in the running game. Certainly, where he has been really good all year is in blitz pickup. We did a great job this year in terms of being together as one, as an offensive line and running backs. So I just think more than anything else is allowed a voice in the room. I think everybody has a voice right now, but giving him that opportunity, you get to see another side that you hadn't seen.
Do you know what you want to do there yet?
In terms
of you had mentioned, I could hire a tight ends coach, or I could move somebody and hire a quarterbacks coach. I could hire an all-line
I really
coach.
don't, honestly. I think every day I probably leave going, I'm going in this direction,
Okay.
I'm going in that direction, because I think, as I said earlier, Pete, I'm getting a better chance to get to know them in terms of their strengths and what they can bring, for the betterment of our football program, and in particular our offense.
And I guess with the kind of quiet period, dead period, AFCA,
Yeah.
there's not really a rush to do it at this point.
Yeah, I'll throw human resources in there as well. Those things all matter as well. So, so we're really looking at after the new year before we really get into anything relative to on campus. Certainly preliminary discussions always take place internally, externally, but anything that will be of substance will happen, sometime after the year.
Another staffing question on the other side of the ball. Clark was obviously pretty far down the road with
Sure.
Boston College.
Yeah.
I don't know, what kind of communication do you have
We've
in
had
that situation?
Yeah, we've had great conversations about where he is right now, where he believes he needs to grow. Some of the insight that I've been able to give him as it relates to where he needs to continue to grow as it relates to head coaching. This is not about where he is right now. He's an outstanding defensive coordinator, but there are other things that you obviously have to begin to develop philosophically as a head coach. And I think those are, off to the side, but those are exercises that he'll put together now in the off season as he, builds his resume.
As a CEO manager, do you sort of look at your relationship with Clark? Do you want to know, okay, are you looking just to be a head coach anywhere? Do you want to be Power 5? Do you want to be at a select group of Power 5s that maybe fit your personality a little bit more? How do you sort of manage that?
Yeah, I think those are discussions that are pertinent to who he is and where he is at Notre Dame. I think a successful defensive coordinator at Notre Dame can put himself in a position to be a Power 5 head coach, and so yeah, those are conversations that we have.
How close were you to becoming the Iowa State coach back when Coach McCarney?
It's hard to remember exactly. I was one of the candidates for the position. Jamie was there at the time. I think he's done obviously an incredible job. I was involved with a few jobs at the time, and I can't remember which one was up at that time. But I saw it as a great opportunity, and I was really impressed with Jamie in terms of his vision for Iowa State, and it's obviously come to fruition.
How do you celebrate Christmas with you guys tomorrow, and then while you're also trying to prepare for a game?
Yeah, our group has been such this year that they just enjoy being together. The nice part is that we're able to have all our families here too. And it's become a tradition now that we get to have dinner together, mass, and we have this bingo tournament for the kids that gets pretty intense. So it's been fun because we can share some of the things that you don't get a chance to do as a group together on Christmas, and we'll enjoy it together.
This is one of those games that I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines, Records.
I knew that.
Bear with me on this.
I had an idea.
Bear with me on this one. What are your thoughts about Bobby Elliott? This is one of those games that Bobby would have loved.
Well, my first reaction is just an incredible passion for young men that play this game, and in the sense that he gave his life to this vocation. Bobby Elliott loved developing young men in the game of football and what lessons it taught them, and he would have been pretty excited about this matchup and this game, certainly. Great coach, a great person, but just a larger than life person too, and the players love them. Everybody that has ever been with Coach Elliott would tell you the same thing.
Did you know Bump?
I've met Bump.
Okay,
Yes.
just died
Yeah, I know. Just passed away, but
Bump and then Fry.
yeah. It seems like the whole group is going to get back together again. Yeah.
Does Iowa State, either schematically or anything, remind you of any other teams you played? Or
They're quite different. They're quite different, and we see quite a variety of defenses each year. Playing as an independent, this will rank as one of the more unique defenses. This 3-5-3 configuration requires an attention to some things that we haven't seen. They do a very good job. I think there's a lot of similarities in our offense and what Iowa State does. So we've gone against our defense quite a bit, but defensively the structure that they run is a bit different than what we normally see.
Brian, you talked about getting into the, taking a closer look at the offensive side of things.
Yeah.
Does that kind of energize you a little bit when you kind of get maybe more of a closer look?
No, I'd rather have an offensive coordinator there so I could oversee the whole thing. But these are the requirements that the head coach has when you make these kinds of decisions. I think what energizes me is getting a chance to spend more time with my offensive staff and see how talented they are, and excited about what our future looks like.
Does Purdy remind you of any other quarterback that you've seen?
Yeah, he's got bits and pieces of so many guys that we've gone against before. I think probably the one thing that stands out, for me is just, a great competitor. You don't want the ball in his hands with a couple minutes left. He finds ways to make plays.